Hi everyone. If I were to ask you what this is, I'm hoping the answer is a rock. And this is a well that generates oil. How do the two tie together and also in the context of machine learning? That is essentially what my talk is about, which is Facies classification using well logs. Before I do that, it's time to introduce myself. I'm Priyanka Raghavan. I'm a team lead at Schlumberger working on the pre-stack seismic interpretation product. My day job involves looking at seismic data in our software and visualizing it as well as providing tools to play around with it. But this talk will focus on looking at data coming from an oil well, more specifically in the North American region, and how we trained the data, the as well as before that important step of conditioning the data and providing some good features, and finally the model that we created, how was it tested, and the prediction scores. The importance of classifying a rock or a facies is that the big players in the oil and gas industry would like to know target areas or reservoir rocks where the hydrocarbons are trapped. And This is essential for hydrocarbon extraction. So, for anyone who's a data scientist, if you're interested in looking at data coming from our domain, the talk will focus on that, number one. The second thing is what was the kind of feature engineering that we did to actually play around with the data so that it could be consumed by the different machine learning libraries provided by Scikit-learn. The prediction scores that we got, which were actually pretty good. And finally, what were the lessons learned as well as future work. Once again, if you're interested in listening to uh, machine learning applied in the oil and gas industry and specifically looking at well logs for classifying facies, I hope you'll come for my talk. Thanks.